Alex had always thought moving into a new apartment would be a simple, normal experience. Box by box, bag by bag, they carried their belongings up 3 flights of stairs, imagining a quiet life of peace and maybe binge-watching shows. But when Alex opened the door to apartment 3B, the first thing that greeted them was a small, glowing creature with 2 big, round eyes and a dozen tiny, waving tentacles. "Hello," the creature said, in a voice that sounded like a soft whistle. "I am Xylo. You must be my roommate." Alex blinked. Yeah, that's me. I'm Alex. Nice to meet you?" Xylo bounced slightly in the air, his glow pulsing like a tiny neon sun. "Meetings are exciting. Humans are fascinating. You look unusual." Alex swallowed nervously. "Thanks." Over the next hour, Alex tried to unpack, but Xylo followed every move. Xylo poked at clothes, sniffed shoes, and waved his tentacles at the boxes. He asked questions about every object. "What is this square thing? Is it a communication device or a food container?" Alex laughed nervously. "It's just a laptop. For work. And this," Alex held up a coffee mug, "is just coffee." Xylo's eyes widened. "Coffee, a liquid stimulant. Amazing. Humans consume chemical energy in liquid form. Intriguing." Alex had never met anyone so enthusiastic about the ordinary. Even their cat, Mr. Whiskers, looked cautious but interested. Xylo crouched next to the cat, waving a tentacle. "Greetings, feline specimen. You two are fascinating." By evening, Alex was exhausted. Xylo, however, was still buzzing with curiosity. "Now," Xylo said, "I must observe the human preparation cycle." Alex tilted their head. "Preparation cycle?" Xylo floated closer to the bathroom, eyes wide. "Yes. The cycle before sleep, involving removal of armor, cleansing, and transformation into rest mode. Very important." "Must observe," Alex groaned. "Wait. You're not—" Oh no, but it was too late. Alex had gone to take a shower, leaving the bathroom door slightly ajar. Xylo, fascinated, peeked in just in time to see Alex stepping out of the shower, dripping wet and towelless. "Oh!" Xylo's eyes went wide, and his glow pulsed faster than ever. "Marvelous! Incredible! This is the human transformation phase," Alex screamed. "Xylo, no! Get out!" Xylo froze midair. "Out? But observation! Important science." Alex grabbed a towel and wrapped it tightly around themselves. "Important science doesn't mean spying on me naked." Xylo looked genuinely puzzled. "Naked? I see. The absence of outer covering is fascinating. Not inappropriate? Is this wrong?" Alex sank to the floor, hugging their knees. "Wrong, yes. Super wrong. Totally private stuff. Totally human only." Xylo's glow dimmed slightly. Misunderstanding. My apologies, Alex. My excitement. I meant it scientifically. Not socially inappropriate." Alex peeked at him, still annoyed but slightly amused. You're not actually thinking about it the wrong way?" Xylo shook his floating body. "Wrong way? No. Just thrilled by human form. It is efficient, flexible, and beautiful in its own way." Alex blinked. "Thrilled by efficiency in biology, not—" Xylo's tentacles twitched. "Exactly. Observation only. Scientific thrill. Do not worry, human roommate." Alex rolled their eyes but laughed. "You're going to get us both in trouble one day, you know that?" Xylo floated closer, looking very serious. "Trouble is relative, but I shall be careful. Now, may I ask, how do humans regenerate without armor?" Alex raised an eyebrow. "Regenerate without armor? You mean Sleep? Yes. Sleep. The final phase of the daily cycle. But why does your armor come off? And why does your skin shine? Alex groaned. This is going to be a long roommate experience. Xylo tilted his head. I sense it will be exciting. But this is all new data. Must record. He pulled out a tiny glowing device that looked like a mix between a pen and a crystal. It started projecting holograms of Alex, drying off and putting on pajamas, strictly for research purposes. Of course, Alex pounced on it. No, that is private. Xylo floated back, looking apologetic. Private. Yes. Understood. Hologram deleted. My mistake. Learning social protocol is difficult, but crucial. Alex sighed and sat on the edge of the bed. Xylo, you're actually kind of cute when you're trying to be polite. But you need to understand. Humans like boundaries. Xylo's glow dimmed a little, as if embarrassed. Boundaries. Yes. I will learn. Observation. But respectful observation only. Is this correct? Alex smiled faintly. Yes. That's a start. For the next few days, Alex tried to teach Xylo about human life. Simple things, like brushing teeth and making breakfast, turned into comedic disasters. Xylo would examine toothpaste like it was a rare chemical compound, mix the cereal with precise mathematical measurements, and even try to imitate human gestures with his tentacles, often knocking over bowls and cups. Alex often found themselves laughing while cleaning up the mess. You're like a tiny, glowing tornado of curiosity. Xylo puffed up proudly. Thank you. I am efficient at observation and enthusiasm. One evening, Alex sat on the couch, exhausted from unpacking. Xylo floated nearby, observing a ceiling fan with intense focus. Humans, you live in strange environments, spinning overhead objects to cool air. Genius. Your species is creative. Alex chuckled. Thanks. I think. Xylo waved a tentacle. I want to learn everything. Your routines, habits, inventions, even sleep rituals. Observation is key to understanding a species. Alex shook their head, smiling. Just maybe keep some things private, okay? Xylo nodded vigorously. Privacy respected. Observation within boundaries. But deep down, Alex knew that boundaries were going to be hard for Xylo. He was just too excited about everything human. And, honestly, a little bit of that excitement was infectious. Alex had been feeling lonely before moving in, and this glowing alien tornado was strangely fun to live with. Later that night, Alex climbed into bed, tired but still smiling. Xylo floated next to them, dimly glowing, and whispered in his soft, whistling voice, Tomorrow, we continue human study. I will learn more, respectfully. Alex laughed quietly. Tomorrow, it's going to be an adventure, isn't it? Xylo's glow pulsed happily. Yes. Adventure is inevitable when sharing a habitat with humans. And with that, Alex finally drifted off to sleep, knowing that life with Xylo would be anything but normal. But somehow, that was okay. The morning sunlight streamed through the thin curtains of apartment 3B, catching on Xylo's glowing form as he hovered near the kitchen. Alex yawned and rubbed their eyes, still half asleep, trying to navigate the strange coexistence of human life and alien curiosity. Good morning, human. Xylo's voice whistled cheerfully. It is time for the daily hydration ritual. Alex blinked at him. You mean breakfast? Yes, breakfast, essential for biological energy accumulation. Xylo's tentacles flailed excitedly as he floated closer to the cereal boxes. He poked each one as if conducting a serious experiment. Oats, flakes, sugary squares, these all have different energy outputs. Fascinating. Alex rubbed their temples. Xylo, you do know that eating cereal is not a scientific experiment, right? It's just eating. Xylo's glowing eyes widened. Eating? But You consume chemical energy from solid matter. Fascinating. Must observe the process closely. Access. 1. By the time Alex had poured a bowl of cereal and milk, Xylo had taken out a small notebook-like device and was hovering over the bowl, taking careful notes and occasionally whispering to himself. Humans combine solids and liquids. Optimization required. Texture analysis. Nutritional efficiency. Marvelous. Alex tried to stir the cereal but ended up spilling some on the counter. Xylo immediately extended a tentacle to scoop it back into the bowl. Spillages must be prevented. Efficiency matters. Xylo, Alex laughed. It's just breakfast. It doesn't have to be perfect. But perfection is ideal, Xylo protested, wobbling slightly in the air. Observation requires accuracy. After a chaotic breakfast that left more cereal on the floor than in the bowl, Alex decided it was time to establish some rules. Xylo, listen. There are human rules for living together. Rule number 1. Don't touch my things without asking. Rule number 2. Some human activities are private. And rule number 3. Breakfast is not a science experiment. Xylo floated thoughtfully, tentacles curling around him. Rules. Understood. I will adapt my observational methods. Within parameters. Private. Yes. Acknowledged. Breakfast. A ceremonial practice, rather than experiment. Got it. Alex exhaled. Good. I think we're making progress. Good. By mid-morning, Alex decided to take a shower. They carefully closed the bathroom door, making sure Xylo wouldn't peek this time. Xylo hovered outside, trying to follow the rules. But his curiosity was overwhelming. Observation. Paused, he whispered to himself. But, must understand water dynamics in human cleansing rituals. Intriguing. Alex groaned from inside the bathroom. Xylo, don't. But Xylo was already scribbling in his notebook, mumbling. Skin exposure. Water temperature. Soap friction coefficient. Efficiency of cleansing. Analysis pending. When Alex finally emerged, towel securely wrapped, Xylo's glowing eyes widened. Ah, observation not missed. Protocol followed. Mostly, but valuable data still acquired. Alex shook their head. Mostly? Xylo, you are impossible. Xylo floated closer, tentacles waving as he spoke excitedly. Impossible? No, Alex. I am highly enthusiastic. Your species is endlessly fascinating. So many routines, behaviors, and quirks to observe. Alex laughed despite themselves. Quirks? You mean, like spilling cereal, yelling at cartoons, and talking to plants? Exactly, Xylo said, eyes gleaming. Observation. Humans possess unpredictable efficiency patterns. Delightful. Must record all anomalies for research. Over the next few days, the apartment became a whirlwind of cultural chaos. Xylo tried to help Alex with chores, but his methods were unusual. He vacuumed the floor by floating above it and zapping dirt with a small beam of energy. While effective, it occasionally set off sparks and singed a small patch of carpet. Alex shouted, Xylo, careful! Xylo apologized immediately. Accidental thermal discharge. Noted. Will adjust energy output. Cautiously. Laundry day was even worse. Xylo was fascinated by the way humans sort clothing by color, texture, and type. He tried to improve the process by inventing a clothing alignment algorithm that involved carefully folding each item and stacking them by shade and fabric density. In the process, half of Alex's socks ended up in the fridge. Alex groaned. Xylo. Why are my socks in the fridge? Xylo tilted his head. Optimal preservation of organic material. Temperature control? Logical. Is this incorrect? Yes, completely incorrect. Alex laughed. Socks don't need to be preserved, but despite the chaos, Alex began to notice something. Xylo's observations weren't just random. He was genuinely learning about human life and culture, even if it was in the most unusual ways possible. One afternoon, Alex invited a friend over. They wanted to show off their new apartment, but Xylo, unaware of social norms, immediately introduced himself in his most formal manner. "Greetings, human guest. I am Xylo, your Earth companion's cohabitation partner. I study the fascinating species called humans. Please do not mind my tentacles, they are entirely harmless." Alex's friend blinked, unsure whether to laugh or panic. Nice to meet you?" Xylo floated circles around the visitor, analyzing every movement, expression, and sound. He nodded approvingly. "Ah. Interaction protocols observed. Fascinating. You speak the same language, yet your facial expressions differ from your species' expected signals." "Marvelous," Alex whispered. "Xylo. Maybe tone it down a little." Xylo paused. "Tone down. Understood. Social subtlety. Analysis ongoing." By the evening, Alex had cooked dinner, hoping for a quiet, normal meal. Xylo hovered near the table, observing the preparation process like a scientist documenting a rare ritual. "Ah. Proteins, carbohydrates, fats, culinary mixing, nutritional balance. Outstanding," Xylo exclaimed. "Humans convert raw matter into energy efficiently. Remarkable." "Only?" Alex smiled. "Thank you." But when it came time to eat, Xylo tried to emulate human eating behaviors with his tentacles, accidentally flinging a spoonful of food across the room. The cat, Mr. Whiskers, darted after it, and Alex nearly slipped on the spilled sauce. "Xylo, watch it!" Alex shouted, laughing at the absurdity. Xylo's glow dimmed slightly, looking genuinely remorseful. "Accidental projectile. Noted. Will adjust tentacle coordination." Immediately. As the days passed, Alex noticed more and more of Xylo's quirks. He would study the ceiling fans for airflow patterns, catalog the number of footsteps Alex took each morning, and even analyze the patterns of sunlight through the windows. Every ordinary human behavior became an extraordinary discovery for him. But despite the chaos, something strange began to happen. Alex started enjoying Xylo's presence. Life had become unpredictable, funny, and full of wonder. With Xylo around, even mundane tasks felt exciting. One night, as they sat on the couch, Alex sighed. "You know, Xylo, life with you is actually kind of fun. Messy, but fun." Xylo floated closer, glow brightening. "Fun? Observation proves. Mutual enjoyment. I am pleased. Your species is delightfully unpredictable." Alex laughed. "Delightfully unpredictable. I like that." Xylo waved a tentacle. "Observation will continue. Tomorrow, more routines to study. Your species will not escape my curiosity." Alex groaned but smiled. "I'm starting to think I don't mind." And as the night grew quiet, the apartment was filled with the soft glow of Xylo and the occasional purr of Mr. Whiskers. Life had become a strange blend of human routine and alien curiosity, chaotic yet strangely comforting. Alex realized something important. Humans might be unpredictable, messy, and clumsy. But that was part of their charm, and even an alien could see it. Tomorrow promised more chaos, more observation, and, undoubtedly, more laughter. But for now, Alex felt happy, because somehow, living with a glowing, curious alien wasn't just strange, it was extraordinary. Alex had begun to accept that living with Xylo was never going to be normal. The alien's curiosity had grown even more intense, and Alex was starting to wonder if it might lead to trouble beyond spilled cereal and flying spoons. That trouble arrived one quiet afternoon in the form of a small, pulsating holographic device that appeared in the middle of the living room. Xylo floated toward it with excitement. "Ah, communication from the Galactic Council. Perhaps they request updates on my observations of your species." Alex frowned. "Galactic Council? Xylo, You mean your alien government or something? Xylo's tentacles waved rapidly. Yes, they monitor all field researchers. My work on your species has been exemplary, I believe. Alex raised an eyebrow. Exemplary? You mean spying on me and my routines? Xylo tilted his glowing head. Observation, not spying. Scientific documentation. All data collected with utmost respect for boundaries. Mostly. Before Alex could respond, the holographic device projected a hologram of several alien officials, each floating like Xylo but much larger, more intimidating, and glowing in different colors. Their voices echoed in unison. Xylo of planet Xylaris, the main hologram said. Your reports indicate that you have discovered a unique evolutionary potential in the human species. Please elaborate. Alex nearly dropped their coffee. Unique evolutionary potential? Xylo. What did you tell them? Xylo's tentacles twitched nervously. I may have mentioned the human transformation phase and your breakfast efficiency protocols, Alex groaned. You mean my shower, changing clothes, and cereal? Yes, Xylo admitted, glowing slightly dimmer. But only as scientific observations. The hologram's eyes blinked rapidly. This is extraordinary. The humans may possess latent abilities. We are dispatching a research team to verify your findings immediately. Alex's jaw dropped. A research team? Here? But this is just me? Xylo floated anxiously. I may have overestimated the significance of the data, but I was accurate in my observations. The council demands verification. Panic mixed with frustration filled Alex. Xylo, you can't just tell your government about my daily life as if it's some secret superpower. They're going to invade our apartment. Xylo's glow dimmed further. Invasion. Unlikely. But observation verification. Inevitable. Must comply with Galactic Council protocols. Alex ran a hand through their hair. We need a plan. Fast. For the next several hours, Alex and Xylo brainstormed ways to prevent the alien research team from causing a panic, or worse, taking Alex away for further study. We must demonstrate normal human behavior. Mundane, boring, non-threatening, Alex said firmly. No transformation phases. No breakfast efficiency marvels. No shower protocols. Xylo's eyes glimmered with curiosity. Mundane behavior. I will simulate boredom and inefficiency. For the sake of Earth's safety. This is noble, Alex nodded. Exactly. And you must not bring up any observations that might sound like secret superpowers. Got it? Xylo saluted with a tentacle. Understood. Operation. Normal human behavior. Activated. Understood. 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 Operation. Activated. The next day, the Galactic Council arrived in the form of shimmering alien ships, hovering just outside the apartment windows. Alex stared at them in disbelief. Xylo. They're here. Xylo floated calmly beside Alex. Remain calm. Observation suggests that the humans are most efficient when unthreatened. Display normalcy, now. End quote. Alex took a deep breath and opened the door. The aliens floated in, scanning the apartment with glowing eyes. Xylo stepped forward to introduce Alex. Greetings, esteemed officials. Behold, a typical human. Ordinary, mundane, perfectly normal. Alex waved awkwardly. Hi there, I'm Alex. Welcome to my apartment. The aliens' eyes blinked rapidly as they studied Alex's every move. Xylo whispered, Remain calm. Mundane behavior. Crucial. Alex sat on the couch, picked up a book, and pretended to read, deliberately ignoring the alien visitors. Xylo floated next to them, keeping an eye on the council, waving tentacles in careful, polite gestures. One alien moved closer to inspect Alex's cereal bowl from the previous night. Explain the efficiency of this food combination, it demanded. Alex froze for a moment. Then they shrugged. It's just cereal and milk? I eat it because it tastes good and gives me energy. Nothing special. Xylo floated quickly to the alien's side, nodding. Yes. Human species consumes energy in ordinary ways. No latent powers detected. Observation confirms mundane efficiency only. The aliens blinked at each other, seemingly confused. Are you sure? One asked. 18-4, absolutely, Xylo confirmed. Data integrity, 100% normal. I exaggerate no details. Alex leaned back on the couch, relief flooding in. Good. I think we're okay. But then, the main hologram spoke again. And what of the transformation phase observed by Xylo? Please clarify the biological efficiency, Alex swallowed. Transformation phase. You mean, showering, changing clothes, stuff like that? That's totally normal for humans, not a superpower. Xylo floated forward, glow brightening proudly. Indeed. Observation confirms. Humans perform transformation phase daily. For hygiene and rest purposes only. Nothing extraordinary. The aliens blinked, looking disappointed but relieved. So no superpowers. Merely hygiene and nourishment. Very well. Observation complete. Alex exhaled loudly. Phew. That was close. Xylo waved a tentacle. Crisis averted. Earth safety maintained. Human reputation preserved. Alex laughed, leaning back on the couch. You really do think like a true scientist, don't you? Xylo's glow pulsed happily. Of course, observation is key. But human ingenuity also impresses me. You managed the situation very efficiently. Data suggests humans are clever and adaptable. Alex smiled, realizing something important. Yeah. Humans are messy, chaotic, and clumsy. But sometimes we can surprise even an alien observer. Xylo nodded. Indeed, your species' unpredictability is delightful. Must continue study. Respectfully. With that, the Galactic Council floated back to their ships, leaving behind a gentle shimmer of light as they departed. The crisis had been averted, thanks to Alex's quick thinking and Xylo's cooperation. Once the apartment was quiet again, Alex sank onto the couch, exhausted but relieved. Xylo floated next to them, glowing softly. You did well today, human, Xylo said sincerely. Observation proves Earthlings can handle even interstellar scrutiny. Impressive, Alex chuckled. Thanks, Xylo. Couldn't have done it without you. Even if you are a little too enthusiastic about everything. Xylo's tentacles twitched in delight. Enthusiasm is essential. Observation without enthusiasm is incomplete. But I will try to balance excitement with caution, for Earth's safety. Alex shook their head, laughing. Good. Just try not to tell anyone else about my morning routines. Okay? Xylo floated closer, glowing warmly. Privacy respected. Observation. Within boundaries. Data collection. Ethical. Human trust. Preserved. Alex smiled, feeling a strange sense of camaraderie with the glowing alien. Life had been unpredictable and chaotic, but somehow, they had survived an interstellar inspection and come out wiser for it. That night, as Alex lay in bed, Xylo floated near the ceiling, dimly glowing and humming softly. Tomorrow. New observations. New routines. New data. Human species. Endlessly fascinating. Alex laughed quietly. Endlessly fascinating. That's one way to put it. And as they drifted off to sleep, Alex realized that even though living with an alien was chaotic, exhausting, and sometimes stressful, it was also exciting, fun, and somehow extraordinary. Because when you had a roommate who could nearly cause an interstellar incident with a simple misunderstanding, Even a normal day could feel like an adventure. And Alex had a feeling that this was just the beginning. After the Galactic Council had departed, the apartment felt unusually quiet. Alex slumped onto the couch, exhausted, and let out a long sigh. Xylo floated nearby, his glow dim but steady, a gentle hum filling the air. For once, there were no mishaps, no serial explosions, and no interstellar inspections looming. "It is calm," Xylo observed. "Observation suggests that peace is enjoyable." Alex smiled. "Yeah, peaceful is nice. But don't get used to it." Xylo's tentacles twitched. "Understandable. Chaos is stimulating. But today demonstrated human resilience and cleverness. Fascinating." Alex laughed. "Resilience, huh? You could say I survived an alien inspection because I know how to act like a normal person. Not that you made it easy." Xylo floated closer, glow softening. "I have learned that boundaries and respect are important. Observation alone is insufficient. Trust is required. Data supports. Cooperation leads to better outcomes." Alex tilted their head. "You're saying you actually learned something useful?" "Yes," Xylo said proudly. "Humans are remarkable. Even when chaotic, they can solve problems with ingenuity. This species impresses me greatly." Alex felt a warm sense of pride. Somehow, despite all the chaos, spilled cereal, and tentacle misadventures, Xylo had seen the best in humanity. Just as Alex was about to relax, Xylo's glow flickered. "Alert! Incoming anomaly detected in the city," Alex groaned. "Anomaly? What kind of anomaly?" Xylo's eyes darted toward the window. "A minor energy fluctuation, but human populations may be affected. Data suggests assistance may be required." Alex sighed. "You mean someone needs help, and you want to intervene?" Xylo's glow pulsed with excitement. "Precisely. Observation of human problem-solving is ideal for study. But also morally correct." Alex hesitated. "You really think we can do anything about it?" Xylo waved a tentacle. "Humans are clever, resourceful, capable. We can assist while respecting local safety protocols. Efficiency and safety combined." Alex nodded. "Okay, let's do it. But let's be smart about it." By the time they reached the site, a small energy disturbance had caused several vehicles to stop in the middle of a busy intersection. Traffic lights flickered wildly, and people were unsure what to do. It was chaotic, but Alex's mind clicked into action. "Xylo, we need to direct the traffic first," Alex said. "I'll manage the humans, you manage the energy." Xylo nodded. "Understood." Coordination with human logic activated. Alex quickly organized the crowd, directing people to safety and calming panicked drivers. Xylo floated above, using his small energy manipulations to stabilize flickering lights and disperse minor electrical sparks. Together, they turned what could have been a disaster into a smooth resolution. "Nice work," Alex said, wiping sweat from their forehead. "You actually know how to use your powers for good." Xylo's glow pulsed proudly. "Observation proves cooperation is highly effective. Humans are adaptable, courageous, resourceful. Your species, exemplary." Alex chuckled. "I think that's the first time anyone's called humans exemplary in front of me. Besides me, of course." Xylo's tentacles twitched in amusement. "Exemplary data cannot be denied. Your ingenuity, impressive." By the time the city was calm again, Alex and Xylo had earned smiles, nods, and even thanks from several passers-by. Xylo floated beside Alex, glowing faintly. "You see, human," Xylo said, "even ordinary beings can perform extraordinary actions. Your species proves adaptability under pressure. Data supports high respect." Alex grinned. "Thanks, Xylo. I guess we make a pretty good team after all. Xylo's glow brightened. Indeed, observation confirms synergy is optimal when combining human intelligence and alien capabilities. Mutual respect. Crucial. Back in the apartment, Alex and Xylo reflected on the day. The mess, the chaos, and the near-interstellar incident had all led to something remarkable. Teamwork, understanding, and friendship. You know, Xylo, Alex said. I wasn't sure I wanted an alien roommate at first. But now, I can't imagine life without you. Xylo floated closer, glow warm. Likewise, human. Observation of your species is endlessly fascinating. But companionship, perhaps the most valuable data point of all. Alex laughed quietly. Endlessly fascinating. Sounds about right. But no more peeking during transformation phases, okay? Xylo's tentacles curled in a respectful salute. Privacy respected. Observation, ethical, trust maintained. The next few days were peaceful. Though Xylo continued his harmless investigations of human behavior, he cataloged sleep patterns, analyzed the mechanics of brushing teeth, and even studied the different shapes of furniture. Alex sometimes shook their head in disbelief. But deep down, they appreciated the aliens' curiosity. It reminded them to see the ordinary as extraordinary. One evening, Alex had a sudden idea. Xylo, maybe you should document all the helpful things we did in the city today. It could be useful data for the Galactic Council, showing humans in a positive light. Xylo's eyes lit up. Brilliant. Data presentation. For interstellar communication. Humans. Appreciated for heroism. Recognized. Alex laughed. Exactly. No transformations, no serial experiments. Just our teamwork and problem-solving. Xylo got to work immediately, projecting a holographic display with glowing charts, diagrams, and sequences of events. He highlighted Alex's quick thinking, people's cooperation, and his own interventions to stabilize the situation. This will show the Galactic Council that humans are clever, adaptable, and capable of heroic actions, Xylo explained. Alex nodded. And maybe they'll stop worrying about us being superpowered. Humans are amazing, even without superpowers. Over the next week, the apartment returned to its usual rhythm. Xylo followed the rules more carefully, respecting privacy, boundaries, and everyday routines. Alex continued their life with an alien roommate who was endlessly curious, occasionally chaotic, but always well-meaning. One night, as they sat together on the couch, Xylo floated in a thoughtful pattern. Observation concludes. Humans are remarkable. Even in chaos, efficiency, creativity, and courage emerge. Your species, deserving of respect. Alex smiled softly. Thanks, Xylo. I guess living with you taught me something too. Humans can handle anything, if we think, adapt, and work together. Xylo's glow pulsed warmly. Indeed. Observation proves. Mutual respect and cooperation yield the greatest results. Your species. Clever. Resilient. Extraordinary. Alex laughed quietly. Extraordinary. I like that word. That's exactly how I feel about life right now. Chaotic, strange, unpredictable, but extraordinary. Xylo's tentacles twitched in agreement. Agreed, human. And I am grateful for your patience, trust, and guidance. Observation. Enriched by companionship. Alex smiled. Well, you make life interesting, Xylo. And I have a feeling we're just getting started. Who knows what adventures tomorrow will bring? Xylo's glow brightened almost to the point of radiance. Tomorrow. New data. New discoveries. New routines. Observation. Endless. Humanity. Endlessly fascinating. Alex leaned back on the couch, feeling a sense of calm excitement. They had survived serial explosions, near interstellar incidents, and chaotic routines, but they had learned something important. Humans were clever, resourceful, and capable of extraordinary things, even when life seemed ordinary. And with Xylo by their side, they had a companion who reminded them to see wonder in the world every day. As the lights dimmed and the city outside settled into quiet darkness, Alex drifted to sleep with a smile. Xylo floated nearby, glowing softly, keeping watch. Life with an alien roommate was chaotic, unpredictable, and full of surprises, but it was also fun, rewarding, and extraordinary. And in that moment, Alex knew one thing for certain. The adventure wasn't over. It had only just begun, because when you lived with a glowing, endlessly curious alien, every day could be an interstellar journey of discovery, laughter, and friendship.